How's it going, normies? It's me, your least favorite meme lad. So, we're gonna be doing something a bit different today. We thought about doing a podcast a while ago, but we thought it might overwhelm us with what we were doing. But now that the channel is at an all-time low as far as energy and motivation goes, we figured it would be a nice thing just to put out there to let you guys know that we're not dead. It also is easy to make, is quick to upload, is pretty dang funny to listen to, and you can listen to it while you're playing Minecraft or your Cartoon Network themed flash games on the internet. So we won't, get in the way of that. So without further ado, here is the Nobody Asked for This podcast, starring my friends.
Well, everyone shut the hell up. Welcome to the Nobody Asked for This podcast, also known as N.A.F.T. Don't get it confused with the North American Fair Trade Agreement.
Also known as
NAFTA.
Jerry.
That's not the name of it, you piece of shit.
That's the guy who started it.
Oh, alright.
Oh.
I don't know politics. I am here. My name is Logan, as we all know. Your favorite piece of cringe. You may know me from several cringe compilations.
I'm Maggie. I'm just along for the ride. I was forced here by my well-wife squirrels. I'm an agency.
Yeah, Agent of Squirrels took her here. And then, of
I'm
course...
the proud owner of those squirrel agents here. Name's Nick. It's your boy. You've seen me like 5 times, maybe. I don't know. I actually haven't been keeping track of how many times I've showed up.
If you've seen Weeb Scoots, if you've seen the Get Good rants...
If you've seen... No, there's more. There's more. There's I was in the Ask Logan number 2. I was in
You
the
were.
one... what was it? Was Blabo?
Yeah, you were in Blabo.
Yeah.
And you were also in the face reveal, I think.
I think I was just in the bloopers.
Yeah,
So you're in the bloopers at one point.
Maggie
I am.
was in the bloopers for the newest video because she was holding the boom.
Damn right, I did it.
That was my video, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a video.
Yeah.
But she really stole the show there.
Oh boy, didn't she?
So now we got our introductions out of the way. Yeah. This episode is sponsored by Nick's mom. Nick's mom, if you're disappointed and you want to be even more disappointed, be Nick's mom.
If you're ever trying for real disappointment, why don't you try a shot as Nick's mom?
Nick's mom. For the best of times.
For the best of times.
Found out that's a real alcohol.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was genuinely, every single time I see it, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Are they just doing a thing? But I don't know what the point of the thing they'd be doing would be.
If anyone is wondering, there's an episode of Archer where they go to Wales to help Welsh separatists and whatnot, and they're drinking an alcohol called, what was it, Glengoolie or something?
Glengoolie.
Yeah.
Glengoolie Blue. For the best of times.
And that's a real fucking alcohol, and I did not know that. And I was like, wow, free sponsorship by Archer.
Like, I knew about Glenlivet, and I was like, okay, are they just making a play on, like, all the various Glen scotches? Because there's a lot of scotches that start with Glen.
There are. There are a lot of old people that start with Glen.
There's a lot of Glens out there. That was actually the name of my,
Favorite Walking Dead character, yes.
Yes, that too, yes. Also my former pastor, who turned out to be my favorite Walking Dead character.
Same person, both Asian.
Yeah.
I mean, Glenn's.
Spoilers, wow.
Wow, goodness. I'm gonna go not watch the show now.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Anyways.
I wasn't gonna watch it anyways.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's good for 2 seasons, and that's about it, in my humble opinion.
Thank you. It's like after season 3, and then ended up to have it, be season 4.
You are
It's crap.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you.
Speaking of shows that die off, like, really quickly...
Us. Now we might as well talk about where we've been and what we've been up to. Where we've been, the hometown that we grew up in, what we've been up to. Not working a lot on the channel, unfortunately.
Yeah, we had a big old meeting, because our dear sweet friend Luke, he took a nice little vacay, and he needed it. He needed a good vacation. And then we all got bad at working on stuff on our own, and then Luke came back and was like, guys, that's bad.
And then we all felt really bad, and then we just never proved him wrong. So I feel like the podcast is a good step in the right direction. Now I'm motivated to do shit again.
And it's at least one thing that we have genuinely wanted to do for a while.
Yeah.
That we just haven't been doing.
But now we're...
Because that's classic us.
Yeah, it really is. It's a big want, but then you actually have to put in the effort.
And it's like,
We've only got one of those friends that does that. His name's Jake, and he lives in Aurora.
he lives in Aurora.
What am I?
Does he still?
Far away.
Yeah.
He still does.
I
He's
thought
in
he,
that
I thought he
small
moved.
house.
I don't know. I just thought he moved at some point. I thought he was gonna move to LA soon.
No, he said he didn't want to move to LA because it's scary.
Oh.
That even sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, it just sucks in LA. Unless, like, you're a tourist that's there for, like, maybe, like, 5 days.
Unless
That or you
you're-
like traffic.
Yeah.
A tourist or a famous.
A tourist or famous, yes.
How to get by in LA.
Same with Atlanta. Or Toronto.
Don't people in Atlanta
Is
like
that
have
in-
the shittiest driving style?
Isn't Toronto just
No, it's New
shitty anyways?
Jersey.
Because it's, you know.
Oh, yeah, Toronto's, from what I've heard, if we have any listeners in Toronto for some reason, I apologize.
I don't.
Oh, that was
for the
beautiful,
record.
Dave.
Sorry.
I don't know what's going to be said, but I don't apologize. I'd just like to go on record.
Fair enough. Nicholas Peterson, on record. Toronto, true hell on earth.
Oh, I thought the Canadians were the best.
No, they have to be Canadian. What are you saying?
What the hell does that mean?
I'm confused as to where you're confused.
Let the record show Nick has a huge disdain for Canadians.
Oh, they're the best.
They know what they did to him.
What? You think I'm just going to go eat maple syrup every day? No.
Wow, you got him. You got him right in the chutzpah.
The thing is that they don't know it's a chutzpah. They're like, ah, what? We're just going to be eating maple syrup every day. Let's go about our jolly business.
He got us in the maple syrup. Nobody ever gets us in the maple syrup.
Why isn't maple syrup one of the greatest things about Canada? And then they all, like,
I like how we
call the Mounties or something. I don't know.
Why do you
I
put
just-
accents to these people?
Well, I mean, I tried to do Canada, but then it turned into like 1920s
Oh, you're from
businessman.
Saskatchewan.
Oh yeah.
See, here in Canada, we like to survive off of the maple leaf.
Ah
and
yes.
The maple tree.
Every year we go around and we burn our tiniest boys for warmth.
Yeah, that's classic Canada.
Oh, obvious.
That is classic Canada.
So that's what we've been up to, going to Canada and burning children. Okay. But yeah, we've all been busy in our own regards. Got a new job. I work at a pinball bar, which is really fun. And I've been, just basically doing that. I know. The most eloquent statement I could ever make. Nick is currently looking at his own driver's license, so that's been occupying most of his time.
It's pretty okay. I have a good picture on it.
It's fucking hot.
I know. Why do you think I'm looking at it?
If y'all don't know, he's copy-pasted a picture of several celebrities over his driver's license photo, sort of in a collage.
It's I took Chris Pratt's jawline. I took John Hamm's hair.
You took, you surprisingly took, what's his face? Thinking of the name. Tip of my tongue right now.
What's the movie?
Yeah, what are you thinking of?
Yeah.
You took Jamie Foxx's hairline. Bold
Whoa.
move there.
Bold move taking Jamie Foxx's hairline.
Crazy.
And,
You know, he didn't need it anymore.
You got Barbara Streisand's nose from
Oh.
the 80s.
Damn right.
Yeah, I stole
There's
that.
like
I
a
stole
Just
that
Dance
shit.
song to that too.
Barbara Streisand.
That's
Alright,
like
copyright
just
TikTok.
like, of you just, like,
Okay, we're gonna get sued now.
Alright. Well, that's what essentially we've been up to. Doing our best to get motivation to do it again, but surprisingly enough, Gremblow Explained has gotten us, like, a lot more subscribers than we thought we would get. So, you know, we better act on it while we have it.
And speaking of, I don't actually have a point to segue into this, I'll be honest. I kind of figured you had one, and I was gonna just hope that you took over mid-chain of my sentence. So.
Speaking of which, you're welcome. I was going to kindly move on to, since we did miss a lot of memes during the summer, like what shitty memes did we miss in 2017? Because I'm not gonna lie, 2017,
It's been full of shitty memes.
It's-
I mean, we did just sit in the back of my car and laugh at one shitty ass meme for like the matter of 10 minutes.
we really did.
It was so
It wasn't even a
stupid.
meme. It wasn't even a meme, it was just a text conversation.
It was something, but it was so stupid that it was funny.
I like text conversations. Those ones always trip my fancy.
Right? I like text conversations because they're so much easier than calling people. Text.
Oh, I thought we were just talking
Sponsor.
about, like, in terms of
memes.
pictures and memes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, this one was good. It was like
Hi.
Hi,
And
my
then,
name...
who are you?
I'm Andrew.
And... Rue.
There she goes. There she goes.
I don't even know why it's so funny, but...
Gets you right in the giggle dick. Big old dick.
Actually, I take it back. All my memes are Dark Souls memes.
It fits the theme of us, boy.
I know.
If y'all don't know...
I just peeled up, and the first two pictures are this artistic-ass picture of Lothric and Lorien, and then some things about having children, and also King Sigurd prompt as a
You
dog.
sent me that one, I remember.
I know, because it's solid.
Anyways, freaking...
I never actually unlocked Koth. I never actually talked to him.
Kaith, or whatever, Cat?
I don't know. I've never talked to him. I don't know his name.
Oh, fair enough. He's Dark Wiener from the ground in the abyss.
Yeah, but I could just never kill the 4 kings before I killed any of the other
Yeah, no, that shit's
4
hard.
kings, so I couldn't go to the fucking...
Wow, people who don't play Dark Souls, I'm being showed a JoJo meme right now.
I'm looking at said JoJo meme right now.
I really am glad that the viewers, the listeners, can also see this JoJo meme right now. Very, very good. Thank you.
It's relatable.
Oh, gross!
I'll be sure to find the JoJo meme and put it up on the screen for you peoples.
Ugh.
Back to things that are good to listen to. About our day. Freaking... Also, people who don't play Dark Souls, go ahead and play it now so you can understand
Yeah,
everything
you'll
that we're
understand
saying.
a lot of references.
Like, we played so much, you don't understand. Nick and I are literally tattooed with Dark Souls stuff on us.
That be the true.
It is the truth.
It is the true.
Nothing but the truth.
I only have one, but it needs touched up.
I doubt it needs touched up already. It's only been like, what, a month?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
eventually. I just want the coiled sword to look more coiled.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it just looks like a swordy sword.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you poor baby.
I know, right? What? Woe is me. But regardless.
Whoa!
Thank you for the meme.
No, that's you.
Thank you. Now, memes of 2017 and why I've hated them.
Yes, we definitely did not divert from this subject at all.
I mean, I was shown a lot of memes, but we didn't talk about them. We did say that they were shitty.
We did say they were shitty.
I don't know, I feel like we missed a golden age of memes. Like, I was actually going to make entirely a video about it, an Inner Thoughts video about it. Yeah, that was the exact same sentence. But it ended up being about 20 minutes long, and that was the problem, is that I didn't want to waste everyone's time by making 20-minute rant of memes. But let the record show that it was actually pretty well written. Like, I went through and I at least had a lot of points. Very clairvoyant thoughts, if you will. Conveying exactly my disdain.
What kind of points? You talking touchdowns? You talking safeties? You talking field goals? What are we talking?
Oh, I'm talking home runs here. Grand slamwiches.
What? Are we trying to strike?
How many people... Well, you said Grand Slam, obviously.
Yeah, that's 4.
It's 4.
There we go. My main points were just that memes have become too mainstream, and it's not that I want to be a hipster that says, oh, the normies have the memes, because I freaking hate the term normie. Like, it's, yeah. Not because I've been referred to as a normie before, it's not really an insult to me at this point. Being called a normie is kind of neat, because it's like, hey, I'm normal. I pay taxes.
That's the coolest side of being normal.
I wash my car.
I did my taxes this year. You know.
I got...
Been up on that W-2.
Oh, you know I got just under 1K in the bank account.
What?
My point being, though, is that there's a grand assault on normies, and people when people hear the term normies, and it's like those girls that are like, I'm so different and so weird, that end up being...
No one's gonna ever top me for being me.
I'm quirky.
Yeah, exactly. Like, babe, you're, like, the best kind of weird, because you actually stand by that.
Well, I've weirded out Nick plenty of times, so I mean, I think I can weird out anyone.
Have you?
I have.
I don't think so.
I will put it to the test. I'll make you my bitch for weirdness.
Oh, yeah? Well, I got you going with a story about an agency and squirrels.
Well, you're a fucking retard about having people, or like 500 million people be in fucking Kentucky.
So backstory on this one.
I'm not
ladies and
sure what
gentlemen.
your point about Kentucky is.
Backstory about
Fuck you, idiot!
backstory about this one, ladies and gentlemen, is that Nick
I'm not going.
was not being allowed to get out of the backseat of my car, which is a 2-door car, and Maggie kept not pulling the seat up, and then I can't remember what she said while getting back into the car to not let him back in, but Nick was like, "Ma'am, we have..." Way to pour beer on your laptop.
I miss my laptop mostly.
That's good. But Nick just started ranting and raving about the agents that he had all over the place. In Colorado!
In California,
Alabama!
Wyoming!
Georgia!
Oregon.
Tatooine! Coruscant!
Jersey!
Actually, we operate within the continental U.S. That was where I do not have agents, okay?
The continental U.S. Please listen to me.
But some of those agents consist of several squirrels.
Yeah, there's also squirrels. You
My
know?
dear sweet Maggie here was along for the ride the entire time, protesting and trying to disprove that he had any agents.
I didn't want to be there, but I was forced to be there.
Well,
And it got into a very heated screaming match.
I won.
no, you didn't. You got out of the car.
I somewhat won. It was like a 50-50.
You got out of the car. I was still going.
Fuck you! You were stuck in the back!
Oh no, I was stuck in the car where the arguing was happening.
No, that was being the dick. You started it.
It's like, oh, you got off the battlefield first. You lose. It's like, that's my
Well,
point.
that's how you win
I
Super
know.
Smash
My
Bros.
point is that she left.
She-
I had to get out because you needed to get out.
No, I didn't need to get out. You guys left me in the car. You remember?
Good, you fucking deserve it. I want you to overheat.
First base. Anyways. So that's the end of that one. Memes!
I feel like we already said everything about memes, though.
Yeah?
We got to my original point, and then you said weird things, squirrels. I was about to go into normies. My point about it was going to be that the people that define themselves as normies and not normies, too many of these people that are originally defined as normies are trying to define themselves as not normies, which, like, once they get onto the meme train, because they're like, no, normies are taking good memes, check out this Pepe I made, or some other Twitter bullshit that they've spewed out to the rest of the world. It's either, like, reproduce stuff that is horrible, or it's so abstract that it's not even close to being funny. And in 2014, we had, like, a nice little balance where there was enough people to like memes to mean that if you say something about memes like, without memes I will die, like in the Filthy Frank song, it'll be funny. But even if you say some shit like that, it's just so fucking popular that it's not even funny anymore. Hell, talking about memes isn't even funny anymore. I feel like we need a new thing. Go back to macros.
Castration.
Castration, yes.
Could always be a new thing. You never know what the next trend is gonna be.
Why do you need memes when we have castrados?
Yeah, we could have castrados, is all I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Any fucking ways, that's what my opinion on memes are recently. Anyways, I have written down right here. What have you done, Peterson?
Nothing, I'm just making sure that the computer stays active so that we're still recording.
Yeah, that's fair. That is a fair argument, Peterson.
Just
Anyways,
a paranoid little boy, Logan. You're just a paranoid little boy.
don't
He
say
is
that.
a little boy.
I'm not a little
You're a
boy.
cute little boy, though.
Yeah, you
I'm
are cute.
not a little boy.
A little marshmallow.
You're a little marshmallow
You little boy. Mr. Peanut Boy.
I can't go on the McDonald's place anymore. I'm not a little boy anymore.
What was
I'm a
it?
big boy.
What was her Slack name? PB Drippin'?
PB Livin'?
PB Livin'?
Oh. It was way off.
PB Drippin' is a little weird.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
That seems like
Oh.
That sounds like somebody.
seems like a whole other thing.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
That sounds like a man named P and he be dripping.
Sounds like
Why?
the worst. Sounds like the worst prostitute on the corner, you know.
PB dripping. $1.
No.
You know why they call it dripping, right?
Anyways,
So you can melt peanut butter in the microwave?
No.
yeah. Now, I have written down some stupid hypotheticals here to keep the ball rolling. This is the first podcast after all, so we may need to work on some shit after this.
It'll be in the next one, goddammit.
Exactly, it'll be in the next one.
And the next one after that.
Exactly, we work as we go and we fix and improve.
You know,
You work as you
sometimes-
go and you bang all the hoe.
Sometimes I just feel like this is BJ worthy.
877 cash now. Memes. Now, just to fill the time, here's some stupid hypotheticals I once heard once in my life. Now, I believe I already asked Nick this question in the privacy.
have.
Yeah, that's actually a definitely. That is a definitely, as a matter of fact. But I wanted to see if I may ask him again for the rest of the audience in the world. In fact, I'm going to ask him a bunch of that. And then I'll ask Maggie probably questions that she hasn't heard.
Why I gotta?
Oh,
Sorry.
Now, the first question that I have coming is Nicholas.
Yeah.
Now, for the audience, if you could eat any Pokemon.
Okay, so let's break down what Pokemon I would eat real quick. Now, I feel like, first off, Tauros are going to be the most generically ate Pokemon in the Pokeverse. I don't give a shit about verbs. What are you saying to me? I'm just making points. And so, furthermore, to the point, Tauros, I imagine, are the most generically consumed, sort of like cows.
Of course.
Now, what I think I would want to eat if I were in the Pokemon universe is either some tender Cubone meat, or perhaps the ever legendary Gyarados meat.
The Gyarados.
I imagine that both are good.
Like a giant hunk of tuna sashimi, but instead it's Gyarados.
Yeah.
I'd fuck that up.
Exactly. Now, Maggie, what would be the Pokemon that you would consume on?
It might be Jigglypuff.
You'd eat a Jigglypuff.
I don't know, they just... Whenever I was younger and I had that Pokemon card, yes, I did collect Pokemon cards.
Oh my god, nerd!
He's just gonna sing at you and you're gonna fall asleep.
I don't know, when I was younger, I just always thought that it looked like a piece of cake, so I was like, fuck me up, I want that one.
Fair enough.
I was a weird kid, I'm sorry.
I mean, when I was a kid, I always wanted to eat Mr. Mime because he had it coming.
I understand that pretty adequately.
Is he even useful or no?
What, Jigglypuff?
Mr. Mime?
Oh, Mr. Mime?
I'm not really sure what he does. Never got into Pokemon.
Yeah, I think he's like a psychic normal or some shit. But all I knew is that when I watched the cartoon, he'd piss me off because I'm like, what are you? What do you...
Mr. Mime!
Mr.
Kinda
Mime!
looks like a Muppet reject.
Mime, Mr. Mime. He always had the stupidest voice too.
Like a week first.
So I'd get upset and I'd be like, you have no point.
It was better, guys. It got better.
It gets better.
What the fuck is that?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Nicholas is showing us the meme where Dwayne The Rock Johnson's head is being photoshopped as a butt cheek. Let the record show.
The record will show.
Now, anyways, frickin' computer.
Oh, no. Just move the mouse. It's over there somewhere.
Nah. There we go. Computer went to sleep. On that note, I would also eat Mr. Mime because he looked delicious. Now, the second note is if you could fuck a
Do you think his
Pokemon.
hair tastes like cotton candy?
$5 says it would.
You know, funny enough, I think his hair...
Tastes like hair?
Yeah, it's like really gross and sweaty and blue.
See, I feel like he's got more to him as a meal.
It's a scavenger hunt every time.
You know, I'm gonna say that he's got sort of the twiggish arms that I would imagine would be like one of those like a Pocky stick sort of chalky.
Yeah,
Sort of like a
What
chalky.
type of flavor?
I don't know, whatever flavor he wants.
Banana.
Depends on the Pokemon.
when you're a Mr. Mime in heaven, you get to
That might
be
be cookies and
dictated.
cream.
Hmm?
I feel like Mr. Mime would be like a cookies and cream dog.
See, that is logical here. I think bone marrow would be his flavor.
Well, then you're just eating bones, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like if it looks like bone marrow and it tastes like bone marrow,
It
chances
is
are
bone
it's
marrow.
bone marrow.
That is a good ass point there you got there.
Which is why I'm gonna go ahead and say that his arms are just made out of. I'm gonna say that Mr. Mime as a whole is made out of candy. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. He's got Pocky sticks for arms,
Yes.
whatever the brown variety are.
Pretzel.
Chocolate?
He's got gumballs for some joints. He's got jawbreakers for others.
I see.
It's your time to figure out which. That's why he's such a deadly Pokemon. For his hair, he has cotton candy.
Of course.
For his... I'm trying to think of more part. I don't know enough about Mr. Mime to argue what other body parts look like, if I'm being honest.
On the inside of his cheeks is like raspberry ice cream, and that's why they're so red.
I was gonna go for like the juicy, or what is it? Sour drop?
Yes.
Baby drop pops?
Yes!
That was...
Baby bottle pop.
I'm glad that worked out.
Push pops.
I don't know. What are the sour things that they always have on the commercials where they're like, they're just sour!
I have no clue.
Oh.
Yeah, now I'm actually more lost.
Yeah. We found the map. It was to somewhere on a different country. Regardless, inside of his belly would be delicious, tender sirloin.
Twizzler.
Sure, Twizzler. Now,
His organs are made up out of various candies, I would imagine. I assume that Pokemon have organs. I can't really say for sure, though.
it's a statement that nobody likes to really think about, but some people do.
Maybe might as well ruin their childhood now.
If they're watching this video, their childhood was probably already ruined.
Yeah, not by us, mind you.
Wow!
Anyways, on to my second question, which was, if you could fuck a Pokemon, which Pokemon would you sleep with? And my answer, again, was Mr. Mime. Which is moved up from Swampert. A lot of you would be like Gardevoir, Lucario.
Nah, man, nah. I'm trying to think. Hold up.
A singular Beyblade.
I would actually totally fuck the shit out of Onix.
You'd fucking Onix.
I would fuck an Onix? Are you kidding me?
Now, what is your logic behind fucking an Onix?
Honestly, because I like to think that when I put my wee-wee in, he would get all stiff and straighten out in a moment of ecstasy, and so it would look like I had a really big dick. It was also made out of rocks.
Yeah, but you'd be having sex with a rock.
Yeah, but like...
It's a rock.
Wow. Was it tight? It was tight.
Now, babe, what Pokemon would you sleep with?
Piplup.
Piplup?
He knows how to squeeze into tight spaces.
But it's a tiny little penguin, dude.
Fuck
Yeah.
that, penguin.
Yeah, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
He's got those flippers for a reason.
Yeah,
He knows how to use them wisely.
to traverse water.
Yeah. He can swim in it, maybe.
Oh, so to traverse vaginas.
Oh, now I get it. I didn't know that part.
That's what they don't tell you that's what they don't tell you in school.
Oh my god. I'm enlightened.
Now, on to the next hypothesis, which I've also shared to Mr. Peterson, is would you rather shit out 10,000 gallons of mayonnaise or shit out a single ninja star in one sitting?
Are you asking me again? Because I'm ready to answer.
And so am I.
Yes, I am.
Now, are we sitting with the estimate of how long it takes to shit out all this mayonnaise?
Yes, and last time I asked you it was 1,000,000 gallons, which, as we calculated, was 3.4 years. And we've calculated this because there's people on Reddit with a lot of time on their hands. But essentially it's like a little bit faster than the speed of a soft serve ice cream machine, because the human body is impressive. And we top robots any day of the week.
So if it's 10,000 rather than 1,000,000...
It would probably be around like maybe a few weeks. I don't know, somebody do the math.
I'd go for that.
You go for that?
I'd go for sitting down for a couple weeks and just dropping a nice, long, slender, gelatinous mayonnaise turd.
Wait. How would you get all that mayonnaise up there? Like, how
Let's
bloated would you be?
Imagine
I
you
assume
have
that
like
it's
a
more
portal.
of a funnel, yeah.
Yeah, you have like
Okay.
a portal that's exiting out of your butthole.
That's actually really impressive. I'm not even disappointed.
Thanks.
But you have to like you can still eat other foods and sit down, read your Naruto mangas,
So does that also come out with the mayonnaise, or is it just separate?
it will occasionally come out with the mayonnaise.
But it'll also be coated in mayonnaise, so it won't, hurt or anything.
Well, no, that's practically lube at that point.
Yeah, but also now no one can eat the. No one was
But
gonna
like,
eat the
think about the
mayonnaise.
irreparable damage that a ninja star would do to your butthole.
Yeah, like.
Granted, it would probably cause an infection. If you
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, let's assume that you are immediately like already in the emergency room and you're like, all right, I just gotta shit this out really quickly. All right, let's go, guys.
Will my butthole ever go back to
Anus
normal
and
though?
your rectum so bad.
Exactly.
Is my butthole ever gonna go back to normal? Is all
It
I'm asking.
will. That's
It
the
will.
point.
That's
That'd
why
be
you're in
great. You're gonna
surgery.
have scar tissue,
Yeah. And
which is gonna be twice as hard. And sometimes, you know, if you ever, you know, really
Well-
went into medical.
Will I like be taking a shit and be like, ow, my butthole?
No.
Well,
More than usual.
You can't pull Logan half like fucking.
where I just scream on the toilet as loud as I can. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I scream as loud as I can when I
He
poop.
bites towels too and likes to
bite-
open up the door when he's butt ass naked taking a shit. And look
Yeah,
at you
'cause-
straight in the eye and tell you his story.
Yeah,
as he shits.
because you're sitting outside of my door.
I'm not. For once, I was like, "Why the fuck are you screaming so loud?" And you're like, "Well, I'm shitting." I'm like, "I don't believe you." So I had to sit outside and wait, and then you just like balls deep opened up that door and just screamed at me naked.
Well, yeah. I'm
What
sorry.
bites
It's
talent poop.
it's human survival instincts. No, they don't want to be attacked.
You
while
thought
pooping.
they were taking him.
Yeah, exactly. Then I had to
God.
shower and cry afterwards.
I still remember that story that you told me.
I do love a
The-
good vague reference.
Yep, a vague reference is what we need. Do tell which pooping story.
Remember that time you were telling me that you had the biggest shit?
Oh god. Ladies and gentlemen.
So right when it
Grandma, turn off the podcast now! I'd like the story to not be on the internet.
Well, we can always edit around it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Go ahead and tell the story, babe.
Sounds like right.
I can't wait to see what story I edit in place of that story. Maybe I'll let it fly. I thought you were going to tell the story about how I had to take off all my clothes for the shit in the airport because I felt like...
I would never tell that story.
Wow, that story's less embarrassing, actually.
No, I like that story. Describes your personality.
No, it doesn't. Describes a big poopy.
I made
Before I get any other embarrassing stories leaked about me.
Hey, Logan, what...
No, don't you dare start with the... Now,
I mean, there's always the time that I got you good and naked accidentally
in front of... While doing sit-ups on me?
while doing sit-ups on you.
Alright, so beginning of this story.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me first explain to you how our sit-ups work, our version of sit-ups, if you will. Now, what happens is Logan, being the broader base and being the one who...
bottom bitch.
Well, he's not necessarily the bottom bitch, it's side by side.
Just the more weight... The fat person.
The fat person in there.
Oh,
Sure, let's go
ouch.
that way.
In high school, I was a larger boy.
Now, how it would work is I would go ahead and I'd just latch my legs around Logan's torso like a viper, trying to choke the life out of him. And then I'd do 180-degree sit-ups where the back of my head would touch at his legs and my forehead would get about to his chest.
And then I'd give him a nice kiss on the forehead for encouragement, of course.
Obviously.
But, one day we were in the dressing room, and we were in our underwear because, well, we're in high school. We're immature and stupid. But, the teacher's there, and a few other girls are in the girls' dressing room, and Nick and I are just in our underwear, and we start doing sit-ups. And for a brief moment, Nick believes I'm dropping him, or he's losing his grip. I can't remember.
No, what was happening is that we were done, and I was just dismounting at this point. Now, what the kicker was when I was dismounting, I didn't get my legs undone enough or something. Because I just remember feeling my legs catch your underwear and they started going down with me, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. I'm flipping the fuck over.
So, a teacher and 3 fellow classmates saw my raised donger
Flapping in the breeze.
like
Triumphantly.
like the American flag.
Wait, were you aroused?
Were
No.
you not?
Oh.
I mean, she wasn't around for that, but I'm sure in another dimension she was.
Yeah, they'll probably make some sort of time travel thing eventually. She'll be able to look at that and be like, wow.
That was a very interesting year. So yeah, that totally happened. Won't bleep out that story.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, on to the next topic.
Oh my god, do you see what time it is?
What is it? Is it 4:20?
It's 4:20!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh, I'm so happy to be alive.
Oh my god!
Crackle pop.
Oh my god. Indeed. It's okay, everyone. That was an ironic. It was ironically ironic, too. Now, I wanted to move on to the worst shit we've seen this year. Just as a quick talking point. Shitting fucking... Damn it. It's a cross-up with me. Because this cool cat here, Maggie, made me go see both
The Emoji Movie.
The Emoji Movie.
We decided on that together because one, you wanted to rant about it, so it's not completely my fault.
Hey, you did rant about it.
Yeah, so you're like, well, I have to go see it because, I gotta rant for it for my chance. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's go.
Well, see, the problem in that stemmed in the fact that afterwards, I quickly realized that every other person and their mother were like, this movie sucks, and I'm like, yay, originality. So instead I festered on this hatred.
The movie was fucking terrible.
Yeah, well, of
You
course
just
it was.
say it.
It was terrible. There's no doubt about it that it was terrible. And the worst part is that enough people probably have seen it for them to be like, alright, it was a successful movie, let's go do something just as bad as this. Like the Meme Movie or something along those
I
lines.
swear to God, if that never came out.
Oh, they'll make a meme
It'll
movie.
happen.
No.
I have every faith in corruption.
I've literally lost my faith in humanity at this point. Like, the Emoji Movie was like the tipping point, but this is just the crash.
It really is. I really hope that this spells the end of Hollywood. Just like our friend Jake says, a man who is going to work for Hollywood. But, that, and, there are 2 other movies I saw that I could literally say might be worse.
What?
Nope.
Sorry.
What did you say there?
I said
Come
Wish
again?
Upon?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that was
There was a movie also that came out this year called Wish Upon. That was a horror movie where you got like a wishing box, a Chinese wishing box, and it gave you 7 wishes. Exactly.
I agree. I also speak this language, yes.
The shit is on the table, yo. But in this movie, this teenage girl, is so goddamn stupid about her wish. I wish the most popular girl would just rot. I wish it was more popular. I wish my dad wouldn't embarrass me. Bitch, I wish I had my own galaxy. I wish everyone on Earth just had stupendously good luck. I wish I had fun all the time. Like, you are in the world of possibilities where reality can bend and change before you. Now, the rule about it is that whenever you wish for something, someone dies.
Someone you love dies.
Yeah, someone that you love and
So
know
it's not
dies.
just like some random homeless person that you just saw, but
Yeah.
someone you're close to.
Otherwise, people would probably use the wishing box a lot more.
Oh yeah.
But on the 7th wish, you die. Now, I'm not one of those assholes that goes up to a genie and is like,
How
hey,
did the people that you love die? We've got squirrels everywhere.
God damn it, Peterson. Not your squirrel agents again. You can't retract them from Kentucky that fast.
I swear to fucking
I can
God,
get
you
all of them
guys.
from Kentucky if I need to. They're speedy.
Anyways, I'm not one of those assholes that just goes up. That if he got a genie, Nick is currently flinging pennies at us. Please, Peterson. You're a madman, Peterson.
Flicking them. I'm snapping them.
He's mad at me because I hit him in the face with my rubber band.
Damn, he can flick him hard. Let's see.
Well, that went backwards, awkward.
Yeah, right. No, anyways. I'm not one of those guys that, like, wishes or gets a genie and is like, I want, like, 100 more genies, I want no limits on my wishes, and I want 1,000 more wishes.
See, I would do that first and foremost.
But then you never realize that the genie will just be like, hey, listen, I'm actually a really evil spirit, and I'm only giving you these wishes out of a kindness, and I'll fucking kill you.
Well, traditionally, don't you have the genie enslaved?
According to original texts, genies were, like, once you released them from the lamp, they'd be like, ah, shit, boy, you want some wishes? Because thank you, because I'm a horrible, evil spirit. But then Aladdin.
Yeah, but aren't they? Isn't it Arabian Nights?
It's like a whole part of Persian religion, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Before Islam is genes and whatnot. I don't know. I could be getting all this wrong. Comment down below if you're a genie and you're pissed off at the world.
Yeah, comment below if you're a genie and you're pissed out about our misrepresentation of your genealogy.
And please give me 100 wishes.
Also, it feels like genealogy is a good genie pun, but I don't know how I would make it.
I guess you could do like what fucking I can't either. It's shitty. Now, what my original point was gonna be is I'm not an asshole that does that to like genies and shit, but at least at the beginning of getting the wishing box, I would probably say, hey, nobody dies during all of this, including me after the 7th wish.
That quarter was uncomfortably wet.
Why is your quarter wet?
I don't know, man.
Skipped my head!
All right, everyone, it's time to play Guess That Fluid.
Touched me!
Saliva, going for the lick. It's semen.
Oh! The big kahuna!
Woo! I just flicked it at myself. Now, anyways. Now, even if people died, even if I didn't realize people would die like halfway through the movie like this stupid bitch did, I would still like fucking, you know, wish halfway through to be like, hey, people stop dying and the people that died come back. Yeah, that's my wish. I don't know. The main thing that frustrated me about this movie is that it's not a horror movie. It's just a fucking high school teen drama. And some things are just so stupendously stupid about this movie that I want to go on a movie rant about
Well,
it.
if we're talking about just failed blockbusters in general, let's talk about
The one on Taft.
Power Rangers.
Oh my god, the one time. So Nick and I used to be stoner balloner sort of people.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Used to be.
I'm not anymore, which is fortunate. In fact, we'll edit that out so that your mother doesn't hear this. But we went to go see Power Rangers as a stoner ballooners, and we thought, oh, it's gonna be like Guardians of the Galaxy when we saw it. It was not.
It was not. I was hoping it was gonna be some Transformer style. We don't really care about plotline. We just have big robots and crazy stuff, action. It wasn't.
Go on.
Well, wait, what? You want me to go on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you thought it was gonna be some Transformers.
Well, I did, because that's what all the trailers looked like.
Yeah, and then it turned out to be some high school...
And it just turned out to be, hey, let's develop 5 characters, and then have a movie about them.
Yeah, one of the characters is really shitty. Like, the pink Power Ranger does not deserve to be a Power Ranger at all.
She was like, yeah, I did this. Did you ever apologize or atone for your sins?
The
No.
green Power Ranger or the yellow Power Ranger? Like,
I don't remember which one was which. I didn't give a shit enough.
No, I meant like in the original. Like,
Oh, I didn't watch the original.
Oh.
Fuck you, that was my childhood.
In the original, mine was a bounce between the blue and the green.
I actually didn't have a childhood. I bounced straight up to 13, and I stayed 13 for 13 years.
Is that when you started coming on your fucking zebra blanket?
Yeah, you better believe it is.
Now, the earliest memory I have of Power Rangers is the yellow Power Ranger eating the pink Power Ranger's cake that they, like, weirdly had in, like, a very Star Trek kitchen that they had, and then they got in a fight about it, and then they threw a piece of cake at the green Power Ranger's face.
Can you blame them?
I can't. So, yeah, very fond memories, I suppose. But yeah, fuck that movie. And then also I saw a movie called Shark Exorcists.
You forced me to watch that.
You fell asleep halfway through.
No, I did not, because the first time we tried to watch it didn't work, and I was sick, so yes, I did fall asleep. The second time I stayed awake through all of it, and it was fucking shitty. I wasted an hour and a half of my life.
But I didn't watch it with you at that time, remember?
Oh, yeah. You watched it 3 times!
I didn't watch it 3 times!
You kind of did.
No! I wasn't there! Regardless, don't ever see that movie. There are movies that are ironically bad.
And then some that purposely are bad.
Yeah, like, go watch Fateful Findings. Go watch The Room if you want to have a laugh. But, yeah. It's just shitty as fuck. I have no other words for it. It's astounding how shitty it is. Yeah, no other words.
It wasn't great. They were like, and then they built up to the Megazord, and they were like, oh, look at us, got the Megazord. And then it was
Power
like,
Rangers.
hey, let's watch a QWOP tutorial, and then it just fell.
Yeah.
They were just like, I can't walk, joke.
They should have just died right there and then.
I kind of wish.
Yeah. Also, the addition of Bryan Cranston is really the only reason why I went to go watch this movie.
I get that.
But he didn't do wonders for Godzilla.
You know, I had a lot of faith in Bryan Cranston.
I still do.
I still do. I just had faith in him to save that specific movie.
It's like... he's just like such a good resource, but no one ever uses him to his full potential.
It's like when you get Sammy L. Jackson in a movie.
Of course.
And you're like, hey, Sammy L. Jackson's going to be good in this movie, no matter how good the movie itself is.
Right? Because he's Samuel Jackson.
Because he's Sammy L. Jackie.
He stands out. He's the forerunner of my heart. Well, anyways, it's been a long, hot minute, so we're going to go ahead and fucking wrap this shit up. Don't like this video. Don't share it. Don't you dare subscribe.
Reverse psychology, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
See, now they're gonna find us.
Oh my gosh.
Now, do suggest whatever you want to us, like hypotheticals or some shit. Draw some fan art, send it to my Twitter. Got all the deets down. Yeah, they're gonna make me look like an ugly bitch, because I'm an ugly bitch. Alright, I love you much, normies. We'll see you on the next podcast that nobody asked for.
Bye.